Hi, I'd like to welcome you into our channel, Barb the Boat Builder. Hey, if you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're one of our regulars, we appreciate your loyalty. If you haven't, please subscribe to our channel, like, and comments are always welcome. Anyway, in this week's episode, Barb continues her progress of building a runabout boat. We're getting close to putting this up on the trailer, and pretty soon, hopefully it'll be in the water and we'll be on our way. Anyway, thanks again for following along, and I hope you enjoyed the episode.
Hi, it's been a long time. I've been working a lot, but we've been taking some time off and probably very close here. Doing some things, going some places. So what I want to show you is kind of everything I've accomplished so far. My trailer comes on Monday, which is a couple days away. So I would like to have pretty much the outside all done. The inside still needs a little more work, but the boat is totally assembled. It's now the more stain, some epoxy, but let me get to it what I did. So I'm going to take off the stand, and if you're a little bumpy, I do apologize. Just hold on for a second there, and you have to look away because it's a little bumpy sometimes. All right, so I did a lot of the inside. I stained. I got some bubbles that kind of came from using the roller. I brushed over them, but I don't know. We'll see. I got to sand it down a little bit more on the seats. The rest of it I'm okay with. I'm okay with all this and all the way down. I got the steering wheel in, as I said before. I actually have the helm in, which the helm is the part that actually steers the boat. And these are the cables. These two cables are for controls. One is for the speed and the other one is for forward and reverse. These will get hooked into the engine. This piece here is, I call it the stupid piece because it fits in like this, but when you have it fits all the way down, but when you have your engine in here, you can't have this. So it's going to have to be cut off up here, and then, because the engine's too big. I don't know. Let me show you. This goes all the way down. This is the little part that's exposed. So basically none of this really makes much sense to me, but this is the base of the boat. This is the part that actually sits onto the boat. So look at the size between here and here. I don't know. It's got to be at least 9-10 inches or so. That little piece has to be open there. So I think, unless that part goes down further, we will see. I'm not doing anything with that piece until I've got the engine on. And the engine goes on once the trailer is here and the boat's on the trailer. This big piece right here goes back and forth. This is actually the steering cable. And as you turn the steering wheel, this part will come out and either push the boat this way or pull it back in that way so it makes your turns. All these cables, and this is actually the cable that hooks onto the engine. Okay, so all these cables running here all have a purpose, and this is just the wires for the light, and there'll be a light that goes here. So if you come up here, that cable that I talk about steering is actually located under here. You can see that. That is the helm, and those big cables go inside of there. And you feed it through by turning the steering wheel. Okay, so if I turn the steering wheel this way, we're going to go this way. And if I turn it this way, we will go to the left of the port side. Got to make sure you have that right when you are setting up your steering. Otherwise it'd be wrong and it's very confusing. I have my cables hooked up here. These are the ones that go to the engine. Those go to the engine, and that will control whether I go. There's a button underneath here. You can see that button. Push that up. This will go forward, and then the more you go, the faster you go. And then you go back again. Okay, now you're in neutral. Push up that tab again, and you're in reverse, or really fast reverse, which you don't usually do anyways, but so then that's up, and we're back in neutral. This is to, once you start the engine, you can turn that on. It helps warm up the engine. This long cable hooks to you so that if you do fall out of the boat will automatically shut off. Okay, it'll cut the engine, which is what you want, because if you fall out of the boat, there is no one there, well, if you're by yourself, to actually stop the boat. You can hurt someone that way with just having, I've seen pictures of it where someone fell out of the boat. Some people were fooling around, fell out of the boat just keeps going, smashes into the rocks or wherever else. I do have my speedometer and my tachometer wired up underneath. These are all these wires that it was fine to do because I've done it before. So actually the whole process of the steering wheel, the helm, the controls, that was the easiest part for me because once you do it, you know, it's fine. Here, it lifts up. I actually put some more of the foam in there, both sides. The gas can will sit underneath here, okay? And there, when you have the gas can there, you have this. That is not the gas can because that's not big enough. This is the gas can in the bucket in here. That's 6 gallon, I believe, and it has the controls that you feed to the engine, to the gas can, and then you got your gas. So what I did is you can see it. I don't know if you can, if the camera will pick it up. I actually did a black stripe just underneath here, and the rest is the wood finish. Okay. I have not yet epoxied any of this, so I'm in the process of actually doing the other side. And once I finish the other side, which will be today, boy, almost went over. Actually, and my white line, my water line has to be redone because I got stuff on it, which that's no problem at all. It's easy to do. Just tape off, do your white water line. Just like in the back, I'm gonna touch up the bottom paint right here. And gotta be careful because everything's wet right here. And I gotta touch up the bottom paint right here. I did install my plug. I sealed it with, oh, I got a mess here. Mess. I don't know where it is, but some seal, waterproof sealing for the purpose of this. I do have this tape now, right here, if you can see it, because I'm going to do this part just black, go along with this black strip, which I also have to put the inside of this strip. And what I did is, this is like the worst thing to do. It's so hard, and I don't have the hands for it really anymore. But I put it in here. This is the piece that's actually going to fill into here. Okay. I put it into the bucket. When I'm ready to do this, I'm going to fill it with hot water. I'll let it soak. Really get it so it maneuvers because it's really stiff and hard. And the worst part is this part here is you got to bend this in, right, in order to shove it into the groove. Someone recommended using a wooden spatula, which I have ready. That is a day when I'm okay with fighting with it. Some days some things are battles. All right. The windshield I will not be installing the windshield until after this boat is on the trailer. So the idea for the trailer of getting it off of my little handmade cradle down here is, I think I'm going to put 2 jacks right across here. Right about here, I would say. And I'm going to put, kind of stack some wood going across like 2x4s or 2x6s like this. Okay. I'm going to stack it across. Then I'm going to come over here to my lifter. I'm going to slide the lifter underneath here, right about here or so, and that requires me lifting it up a little beforehand, which we did a practice on it, and it was obnoxious, but we did it. And lift up the boat here, big straps. So I'll lift up the boat. The back end will be sitting on something hopefully secure. Slide this out. It's on wheels, which is great because it's really helped us, because I actually turned the boat around and we pulled it outside in the driveway and turned it around and then backed it right back in. So I was really happy with that. So then we're going to lift this part up, pull that out, the cradle out, and start sliding the trailer back in. And lift it a little bit as needed. And then it has rollers on the trailer. So I'm hoping to just hook it to my bow hook and start reeling it in. And then it just rolls right up onto there with no problem. And if we have to, my husband and I we can support the back end as it's going onto the trailer. Well, one of us will, because one of us has got to be pushing the trailer. Anyways, that is the plan for now. Gosh, I really hate the seats in these bumps. Gonna drive me nuts. But anyways, I'll figure that out. My biggest concern now is to finish the sides. And once I finish the sides, then I'm okay with everything else, because I can just get into it and do it anyways. But I have to make sure the sides are done. I don't really want to drip anything onto the trailer and cause problems. So that's where I am. I will be back in a little bit, and when I start doing the other side, I'll actually film something, me actually doing something, because I haven't really been showing that much. All right, well, thank you, and we'll see you in a little bit. when I was doing the fiberglass for the sides, I had already kind of started working on the sides. I put some stain on, and then I was like, wait a minute, why am I not putting fiberglass on this? So I went to the directions, you know, no fiberglass called for. It just, it didn't make sense to me. Always fiberglass the outside of a boat, I don't know. So anyways, well, I mean, you don't have to, but to me it's gonna give it more longevity, I guess. So I decided I was gonna put some fiberglass on. And I didn't use that light that I just had. I have like epoxy drips from putting that fiberglass on. So many of them in the front, it's just ugly. But honestly, I don't have the energy this year to fix that. So next year when I take it, when it's out of the water, then I'll probably sand it all down and fix those epoxy, because I tried to, and but I really have to kind of take some of this fiberglass off to do it. That's something that should have been in the directions, to fiberglass the side panels before you even put them on. Even if you got to drill all those holes out for the wires, because you're stitching it. But, you know, some of the directions were just, I don't know, they sucked, and kind of like the drips there, they suck. But, so, what I'm going to do now is let it sit for a while, come back out later and pull that blue tape off and touch up that area. And then I'm just going to let it sit overnight, and tomorrow, hopefully in the afternoon, I'd like to come out and put a few coats of fiberglass on it. No, I'm sorry, epoxy. And so that it gives time for it to dry. I don't think Monday I'll be able to pull it up on the trailer, but Tuesday I would. Just want to make sure it's totally dry. A lot of times with the fan on, it does dry it up, but still, it's not, you know, it takes days and days for the stuff to cure, really. But, so, that's where I am now. And, yeah. Once I get it on the trailer too, then I'll put the windshield on, and I don't want anything like, you know, having the big straps coming across to yank on the windshield. The windshield was an expensive piece. So that's done. Once it's on the trailer, then I'll put the windshield on, the lights on, and then I will put the engine on, get the engine ready to go, add the oil to it, check it over. Add the you know, all the attachments to it, and then I got to get it registered, and I got to go there, and you know, it's a handmade boat, and sometimes it's my other one's kind of a pain when I went there to do it. They were very nice, but you know, what kind of boat is it? And that was the other one. This one, hopefully, they'll just have runabout boats, so they can, you know, tax you on it. Anyways, thank you for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm gonna be dedicated to filming some of this stuff. But it's coming to the end, thank goodness. But have a great day, and happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there.